And this is indeed a very unfortunate situation if it turns out to be true.
To me, it's a black eye, ma'am, because it talks for me to, and I think for the general public, it questions the hiring process. How is it that someone, if it's true that he doesn't have his credentials, how is it that he moved up to a director in the institution and due diligence was not done, in that hiring process? I think, what would you have to say to that? No?
I think that Mr. Myers' personnel file was complete, and when the board reviewed potential candidates, it did so based on what was in his personnel file. So I wouldn't say that due diligence was not done. Now we need to maybe, moving forward, go a little further and a little deeper. There was no reason for us to think that any of what was in his personnel file was falsified or not appropriate information.
Talk to us really about the repercussions, because we understand that 3 persons are currently under investigation. 1 has been suspended. That person has already tendered her resignation. What proof do you have on these persons that are under investigation to basically link them to that document reaching BTB to the media?
I would say this. The entire case is under investigation. We don't have any conclusive information. We do have reasons to believe that there were persons involved at the BTB, and those people were suspended based until the results of the investigation became apparent. And so until then, that is where it's at. We will investigate the entire matter to ensure that these kinds of incidences never occur in the future.
There may be those who say that acting after the fact is a fault, that a background check should have at least been done. Not even if you didn't suspect that any of his documents were falsified, that you were at least able to say, you know what, he can stand up to our criticism at this level, we will do our further investigation, but from what we know, he never falsified those documents.
Mr. Myers came to the Belize Tourism Board from another institution within the Ministry of Tourism and Culture. There was no reason for us to believe that any information was inappropriate or not correct. His performance, as I said earlier, really was way above the rest. And we can't fault him on performance. We can't fault him on commitment. We can't fault him on his work in terms of the level of energy and effort that he has put into his work at the BTB, both as in the destination planning department and as he was elevating. It is unfortunate. It is very unfortunate if this case happens to pan out, and we have to move on. And certainly we will have to review our hiring processes and the due diligence that we do for any incoming candidates and also candidates that are already resident at the Belize Tourism Board. He has been with us for 4 years, and all his appraisals were outstanding.
So basically put a check and balance to the others that are there.
Ma'am, your comment would suggest that if indeed he is a fraud, that if his performance is okay, then it's okay for him to have sidestepped the rules.
I did not say that. That was not what I said. I said that we had no reason to believe his personnel file was complete, and we had no reason to believe that the documents in that file were in any way inappropriate.